What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball FighterZ for y'all. So it's been a little while since I did a character analysis, character overview type of video. I wanted to go back to a character that has been very prevalent in this game. I've talked about before, like different aspects, but I wanted to get everything in one complete video. That would be Bardock. If you got a quick second, consider liking this video or subscribing to the channel if you already have not. It does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so Bardock. So this character has been really in front of our faces since he dropped. He's been basically in the meta since he dropped in season 1 as DLC. A lot of people meme about Bardock because of his auto combo. This right here has been memed to death, but he's had a lot of strong stuff in the game since he came out. He kind of shows what's important in the game overall each season too, and a lot of the things he has been given to other characters. The really big point I want to make in this video is that Bardock has changed the way the game is played and how the developers have balanced characters, and this is the thing that people really miss about him. A lot of people are stuck on just like auto combo or like Lariat, but the things that he has had and the thing that he still has affected the game a ton. So the place I want to start is actually with his level 3. So once upon a time, you could do mix-ups off this level 3, simply with this into high-low, left-right. It was a really cursed situation, it was really strong. Now, you cannot do that anymore. When you hit a level 3, now, this happens. You go really far, he's like plus 38. This is really common in the game. A lot of characters level 3s do this right now. Here's another example of one. SSJ Goku had the same type of nerf. You knocked him down, full screen, it's a hard knockdown. You have plenty of frame advantage, you can pull up, go over there. It's not so obvious how to do setups with this type of positioning. So when Bardock came out, a lot of teams were balanced around this idea. Bardock was not usually the point character, but he could be. And you get a hit, build some meter, and DHC into your mix-up level 3. You had Bardock as an option. You had Android 16, another option, Android 18. There's a few characters that could do that until they started nerfing this type of strategy. The other big thing that he had is how Lariat works. This move literally has changed how they balance the game. So a lot of new characters either have a tackle / Lariat move straight up. GT had a really good one in his EX Punch. Kefla, of course, has this lunging low. Or they got something about a special move altered so that it could be used like a Lariat, like Gotenks, for instance. Or if they already had a tackle move or a Lariat type move, they made it so that the move traveled much farther. For instance, Ginyu could not travel this far before. He traveled around like half the distance originally. What that's basically saying is that these type of traveling special moves have been so important to the game, and they saw so many people running it, that they made sure a lot of characters had this type of option in some way with whatever twist or unique thing about it to encourage people to pick other characters that aren't Bardock. This will forever be one of the really good examples of it in the game though. So for instance, the EX1 travels full screen, goes through you, it's 18 frames, that's ridiculous travel time. That basically means he can travel from here to full screen instantly. And he travels really far and fast in the air too, so it's hard to anti-air super dash at it. And he has one that goes up, so he can use it as an anti-air as well. Now, I have the team on the left, right? This is the Season 2 winning team, the Bardock GT SSJ. And it happened in Season 2, and it's kind of happening again now that Bardock is not seeing as much use as you would expect him to, considering like how popular he's been in the game so far. So I want to go back to this and just explain that real quick too. So despite them balancing stuff to make people like Bardock, right? Again, the tackles and like the level 3. So a lot of the crazier level 3s or level 3s that they didn't expect people to use as mix-ups. Now they're like, okay, you can't use this as a mix-up. We'll put you really far away, or we'll make it really hard for you to do a mix-up alone. Bardock, the other way that they have changed him, and this kind of endures, is that he is not that good at opening you up. This is a pretty common theme in Dragon Ball as well, but Bardock is a really good example of this because he's so commonly used as well. A lot of the ways that he opens you up, he basically requires high blocks and assists like Kid Buu, meaning anyone can technically replace his spot as far as like doing a mix-up goes. When he doesn't have a high blocks and assists like that, you have to basically condition them or like hit them with system mechanics. So you have to hit them with overhead, or you have to hit them with drag rush, or you have to rely on super dash plus an assist, which is a risk because your opponent can 2H you, reflect, etc. The thing that really stands out about Goichi is that since his defense is really good and stable and solid, he has the time to defend all the opponent's stuff and then also figure out how you like to defend things and then cash out on damage, because Bardock is really, really good at doing damage, doing assist extensions, and using meter for damage. So between all these things and the addition of more assists as well, it's a little harder to put Bardock on teams, and you just have to consider if you're putting him on a team, you can't really like do stuff alone. Like, he's not really good at opening you up without high blocks on assists, and he definitely does not have solo functionality that other characters like Broly or Yamcha have. So actually, to me, he's one of the core like Dragon Ball characters in that the things he has are things that are crucial to the game for a character. He's able to move around the screen with special moves that beat like things like super dash, attacks, things at the same time. He has a good anti-air that you can use with assists. He has good normals, and he has good staggers. So if you look at the other characters here, they have these things that Bardock has distributed just differently. GT Goku, pretty good staggers, really good ability to travel from full screen to close to you with his tackle. But the trade-off is he can't play full screen, right? He has to use special moves like Aura and stuff. He's a pretty unique character in this regard. SSJ Goku is another kind of like core character, so he doesn't have a lunging move per se. You can traverse space with Tatsu or the EX Punch, but he is a slower style where he uses his multi-ki blast, as we've seen many times in Season 2, to control space. It's good for his solo functionality because he's just hard to catch, and he does a lot of damage once he hits you as well. Ginyu, as I mentioned before, they buffed all his tackles so that they actually go somewhere. The tackle itself doesn't have a special property, but if he hits you with a tackle, he gets to cancel it into the Ginyu Force, so there are special combos with this. Gotenks has a Lariat, right? It functions the same way, but this beats Ki Blasts. Just like that, as you see. And as I mentioned earlier before, Kefla has a long-reaching instant low. So tweaking these things make the characters kind of stand out on their own while having tools that are important for the game and will make you feel strong, using the established shells that we've seen before, like something beam, something DP. When you pick a new character, if you've played Bardock or you watched the game and seen people do stuff with Bardock, you can replicate the same type of things that people like to do with him with your team, so you don't have to play him. For example, this is a pretty common thing that Bardock players would do. They'll intercept you and then call the beam at the same time, sort of like this. So I have Ginyu Kefla here, and you could do the same exact thing. So I know there's a lot of Bardock PTSD from him being so good, this auto combo ruining your lives and stuff, but he's actually played a really important part of the game. He's a big reason why your characters might have gotten the buffs that they've gotten, and we need to put a little bit more respect on Bardock's name. In my opinion right now, he's a pretty fair, well-made character. He was kind of ham when he came out, but they had no idea what they were doing in Season 1, so it's all good. Hopefully that makes sense. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.